Hi, my name's Annie Weaver. I'm a senior at Wazoo. I'm majoring in communications and minoring in hospitality business management. This video is going to talk about what I did for the service learning project for HBM 381. So for my project, I volunteered as a coach for the Special Olympics of Whitman County. It began in September and it went till about the second week of November. And I was a coach of the athletes that were playing in the bowling season. So it was bowling. Every Wednesday night we would meet from 5 till 6:30 at the Zeppo's Bowling Alley in Pullman. The athletes that I worked with, they ranged from about 12 years old to 60 years old, so it was a big range of people, and I'd say usually on a Wednesday night practice there would be about 20 to 30 athletes who attended. After the first couple practices, the volunteers formed friendships with particular athletes, and many teams were formed on each bowling lane. And so we were kind of stuck with the same people for the rest of the season, just because we worked well together. So my friend Carly and I were volunteers of a group. We led a group of I'd say 6 or 7 athletes total out of the 30 that were there every Wednesday, but we made really close bonds with them, and it was a fun chance to get to know these people better. So I was technically called a coach, but I'd say I was more of a motivational kind of person because I didn't know anything about bowling, and it wasn't really about, getting really good at bowling. It was more of just about having fun and kind of keeping the athletes on track, making sure they weren't getting lost within the big Zeppo's bowling alley, and we, just were in charge of their well-being, so we just wanted to keep them safe. And while they were playing, we lifted their spirits, cheered them on, motivated them to keep trying, even if they were getting frustrated, and we would give out a bunch of high fives. I think I probably gave out about 100 high fives per practice, so it was always a positive atmosphere, which was good for the athletes. I really enjoyed this service learning project because, first of all, it was helping others, which is just always a great feeling to have, and I also learned a lot about myself while doing it. Just because of the type of activity it was, I was pushed out of my comfort zone a lot of the times. Like I said before, I had to stay positive and upbeat all the time and be interactive the whole time, so sometimes as a volunteer your patience would be tested a little bit, and other times I could feel discouraged just because of sometimes the negativity or the negative things said from the athletes, because sometimes frustration will build up between athletes or between athletes and coaches while trying to bowl, and so it was just important that just to keep a positive attitude at all times. I learned a lot about leadership during the service learning project, and also communication skills, because with the athletes, communication was key. There were sometimes miscommunications between athletes, athlete to athlete and athlete to coach, and it was just our job to make sure things were talked out and everybody was staying happy and having fun the whole time. So I also learned about time management during this service learning project because skipping practice was not an option. We had to be reliable coaches and make sure we were committing ourselves to this project. So that meant I would have to finish homework or studying before I went to practice every Wednesday night. Just had to get my other school priorities and stuff done first. So I would say that it was a really great experience overall. I was really glad that I volunteered for this organization. The management for the organization, the Special Olympics of Whitman County, they were great. They were great people. Fun times were had. Lots of memories were made. It was very, very humbling and rewarding for myself. I also made a lot of new friends from it, and it was just a great way to spend my Wednesday night since I didn't have anything else going on. Our last practice was a couple of weeks ago. We celebrated with a big pizza party, and it was just fun handing out the certificates to the athletes to tell them that they did a really great job. Their effort was, awesome, and They did a great job. There was a big tournament before the pizza party in Spokane. I unfortunately couldn't go to that, but they all did great. We had a first place winner and a second place winner, so that was pretty cool from our team. So it was just great seeing also how this league has an impact on them, and they really enjoy coming and like the time that they spent there. It's just a little getaway for them, and they're great people, and I just had a lot of fun working with them and the other volunteers and the coaches. So I'm really glad that I participated, and I have some pictures of them to show. This is the group, and these are at a couple of different practices. This one was at the tournament that they had that people won. So it was a really great time, and I'm really glad that this service learning project was an option in HBM 381 because it was just a great new experience for me to have, and I feel like it pushed a lot of people out of their comfort zones to learn more and see how we handle leadership. So thank you for listening.